We're going back to the garage, guys. This is a new project. It's a 2005 Yamaha YZF450, and this thing is a complete rat dog piece of junk. I've been asking myself for the last 3 days since I brought this thing home. What was I thinking? As you can see, it's not. I mean, this thing looks like a dog with worms dragging its butt on the lawn. I don't know if you want to call it the Carolina squat or what you want to call it, but as you can see, the shock is completely broken, and the motor's out of it. The motor blew up. I have the motor. It's not in it. I think he tried to, previous owner might have tried to rebuild it, or he bought this for parts. I don't know. He said he had another one, so I'm not really sure what the actual deal is with this. All I know is I've taken on quite a headache. Anyway, we're gonna try to get this thing back to running condition again, if that's even possible. I don't even know. I don't even know what's missing. I have no idea. I don't even know if we have all the parts here. I know it's in boxes. This is a complete basket case. I don't know if you guys remember, but the last true basket case I did was the Yamaha 426 YZ426 dirt bike that I did. Here's a picture of it. It was a complete disaster, but this is worse. This is an absolute, I don't even know. I don't even know where to start with this thing. Yep, that's the new project. Oh boy, let's roll it in the garage and go through the boxes and see exactly what we have and what we're going to need to do to this thing. All right, it's on the lift. I really don't know what I want to do with this thing. I don't know, let's look it over, see what we actually have. The wheels, they factory Yamaha wheels. The tires are in good shape. The A-arms look good. I don't see any damage there. The front shocks, look at the reservoir shocks, they look good. It's pretty dirty. We got wires cut there. Not really sure, maybe those are the headlights. Let's see what else we got. I mean, you got the rear reservoir here, it's zip tied on. Not really sure where that's supposed to go. All the plastics are zip tied on for the most part. The tank is loose, full of gas. I really don't know what we're missing, what we have here. I'm really gonna have to get into it. Again, the tires are all in good shape. That's a plus. The rear sprocket, it doesn't look like it's lean. That the teeth are leaning. It looks like it's in decent shape. The chain looks decent. I don't know if you can see the chain down there. The chain looks decent, like it's fairly new. The oil tank's still on here, and it has some kind of a, I don't know if you can see it there, some kind of an aftermarket knob. Let's pull that off, see what that looks like. It's a dipstick. Pretty cool. The bars, ATV high bars. Let's see who makes these, and they are Pro Taper. Other than that, there's not much else to talk about here. The seat is in good shape. No tears. It's all here. That's good. There is a battery. Don't know if it's any good. My guess is probably not. The rear shock is broken, as you can see down there. I'm gonna have to find out what's going on with that. And let's go over to the bench. I do have a replacement shock for it. I picked this shock up on Facebook Marketplace for 30 bucks. Somebody local to me. And I'm just gonna pop that in so we can at least get the bike sitting right and have a suspension. Here's the motor. The motor's in rough shape. We'll dig into this. And then I think in video too. I think for this video here, I want to try to strip the plastics down, fix that rear suspension, and just assess where we're at. I don't know if this bike is actually worth putting a lot of money into. You know, so I mean, here's the KFX that I did. This motor was blown up. The plastics were exceptional. The condition of the bike is amazing. This bike was well worth putting the time and money into to rebuild. And I did a complete rebuild on this, if you guys remember. If you want to see it, go back. It's on my channel. There's a full series on this quad, and it came out phenomenal. This is actually my bike, and I'm very happy with it. And then I have this one here, which you guys just saw me finish the video series on this. Again, this bike here was blown up, but the plastics are in exceptional shape. The bike itself was in fantastic shape. And this bike here was worth putting the time and money into. And this bike is currently for sale, which got someone coming in a couple of days to look at it. And the person coming has already bought 2 bikes off me. So he called and he called and asked if I had anything else ready to go. And I told him about this, and he's excited. And he's coming here in a couple of days to look at it. And I can almost guarantee he's going to buy it. And I took this thing for a rip. Yesterday, it was a decent day out, and it was bogging down mid-range, so it wasn't still not jetted properly. The bike had a 122 main. I went up to a 165. The 165 still wasn't good enough. I went up to a 175. I took it for a ride. It was still. I got rid of the mid-range bogging, but when I got close to full throttle, it was bogging bad again. So I put a 190 in it, and the 190 seems to fix the problem. I can't go wide open throttle on it yet because the motor's not broken in. So the testing that I did on it was 3/4 throttle, and the 190, the 190 jet, main jet, seemed to fix the problem. And I will tell you that this to date is the fastest 4-wheeler I have ever ridden. This thing absolutely rips, and the guy who's I know the guy who's coming to look at it's gonna end up buying it. Anyway, let's get back to this bucket of turd here. So I think what I'm gonna do with this, and the reason why I bought it is because I've never done a YZF450R. I haven't worked on one yet. I actually own one out in Arizona, and I'm going to post some videos on that. I'm heading back out there. We have family out there, and I'll post some videos of that once we get out there in another month or so, and show you guys that 4-wheel. That one's pretty nice, but I didn't do any work to it. I bought it because I don't have time to. I bought it to ride it out there. I don't really have time to work on things out there. When I go out there, it's more of a vacation type deal, even though it's family and we're visiting. I really don't have time to work on stuff. So that's where we're at. I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do a budget build. I am not going to throw a ton of money at this. I think that a budget build is something that I'm long overdue to do. Like I said, this one here and that one there and all the other 4-wheels I've rebuilt, I've always used top of the line parts when possible. And on this one here, not so much. I might even use Chinese parts on this, cheap Chinese parts, just to see what happens. So that if anyone's thinking of rebuilding one of these and they have a small budget, you know, little to no money, and they want to get rid of, you know, get it running and do it cheaply, this might be the video series for you. So I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the plastics off. I mean, they're all zip tied on. Basically, I'm just going to cut the zip ties and pull the plastics off, and then I'm going to go put them in storage. And I'm going to pull the tank off. I'll tell you guys what I do with the gas that's in the tank. This tank feels like it's still almost full. I'm not going to use that gas. It's probably bad. What I do with bad gas is I burn it in my lawnmower. I have a big commercial mower because I have a large yard, and I burn about a gallon of gas a week in that thing. So what I do is I just add the bad gas. You know, I just add this old gas every time I fill it until it's gone, and that's how I get rid of my bad gas. But without further ado, I'm going to shut you off. I'm going to strip the plastics, and then I'll come back when I'm done. All right, I pulled the battery out, and I have it connected to my tester, and we've got 1.75 volts, and the red light is on showing the battery is no good. Kind of strange how the volts keep climbing. A little weird. Actually, it's kind of stopped there. So I'm going to try to put a charge in this battery and see if it holds. I don't know. We'll see. I don't usually have very good luck with batteries once they get down to like that. They're usually all done at that point. But we'll hook up to the charger and we will see if this battery's any good. All right, let's see if we can jack this up a little bit and work on that rear shock. All right, I'm going to take off the top mount on this shock. So she definitely broke. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, this shock is done. So let's jack it up. See if we can get the rest of that rear shock out. All right, what I'm going to do is the camera's kind of in the way. I'm going to take this cotter pin out, and then I'm going to take out the screw. Come back when I'm done. Screw's out. Let's see if we can pull it. And there it is. This thing is super dirty, as you can see. And while the shock's out of it, I am going to take the time to check the pivot bearings in the swing arm and clean this whole thing up. So I'm going to do that off camera because I don't want to bore you guys with cleaning. Let's pull the rear brake off. It'll make it a little easier for me to clean. Let me bring you guys over here and show you. Take a look at these pads. Well, lack of. I don't know if you can see them. I'm gonna have to pull the screws out of here. Let me pick you up. Give me a better look. Not much left of those pads. Look at how they're worn on an angle. Wasn't stopping very good. So we know we need rear pads, that's for sure. Another thing I want to show you guys that I noticed while I was cleaning is that's not even tight. It looks like maybe previous owner swapped it out for, maybe there was a nice aftermarket one on here and he swapped it out and put it on his current ride. I don't know. But I'm actually going to take the bolts out of it and move it off to the side so I could do some more cleaning. All right, it's cleaned up. Let's try installing that shock now. See what happens. All right, I think because it's white and the other ones are yellow, I have, so again, budget build. I have this old shock cover laying around. I took it off another bike because I put new ones on that all match and look better. It's a Shockwave. Or Shockwares by Outerwears. Anyway, I'm gonna pop it on to cover up that white spring. All right, I put the cover on, so we won't be able to see that now. It's gonna come out. I'm greasing these up, as you can see, and just making sure that they're lubed up so they're not going to rust. The bearings inside of this right here, I pulled the spacer out and then I put my pinky in there, and the needle bearings I re-greased. I didn't show you guys that, but I did do it. I had it too. There we go. Let's take a look. See what we got. Shocks all in. Looks good. See it there. Let's put it down and see what the suspension looks like, shall we? Sitting on its own suspension. That looks pretty good now. Now it looks like a bike again. See how it works. It's working good. All right, I'm gonna pull the wheels. Get them out of my way. I think I'm going to take these outside and wash them. Today's a nice day. Get some of the dirt off them. Alright, we're going to do more cleaning. Alright, sticking with the budget build theme here. My palm sander, and I'm going to just refinish the face. It's not perfect, but all the rust is gone, and it's a lot smoother, and she should get a pretty good bite when I put the new pads in. I'll clean it with brake clean before I put the pads on, but yeah, that's it. All right, let's test the battery. So I got it on the trickle charge right now. The light was just showing green, now it's showing red again. Let's see what this thing looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that. Alright, that's showing 14. It's showing 14 because I still have the charger on it. Let me unplug the charger and see what it looks like. See how the light's green now? Showing that it's fully charged. So let's see what this thing looks like now. It's showing 13 volts. But as you see, the volts are drawing down just from this tester. So I don't think that this battery is any good. That little tester shouldn't be pulling voltage out of it and drawing it down like that. But we'll set it aside, and hopefully it's good. If it's not, I'll have to replace it. So I cleaned this all up. It's nice. It looks brand new again. Hit it with the wire wheel, and I filed off some of the burrs that were on there, so this thing looks brand new. And the teeth are not hooked at all. All right, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the box of parts that I have, and I want to see if I have all the engine mounts. I think that's next, because I need to put together a list of all the things I need, and engine mounts are pretty high on that list, I guess, if I don't have them. So let me go through the box, see what I have, put them on here just so I know I have them, and I'll come back when I'm done. All right, finished going through the box of parts, and as you guys can see, I'm very excited because I have the full motor mount for the front. I have the bottom bolt, and I have the top bolt. That's great. That's perfect. I don't have to buy any of that stuff. That stuff can be pricey if you have to source it after the fact. I don't need to buy that stuff. That's great. At this point, I think I'm going to call it a video. We did a lot of progress on this. I'm pretty happy with the results so far. As you can see here, I cleaned these up on a wire wheel. They look brand new again. Small details matter. You know, they go on here and here, and they hold the line on. and they'll look nice when I put them back on. I ordered brake pads for the rear brakes, so that's on hold. That's on hold until those come in. I should get those in another day or so. We installed the rear shock, and the rear suspension is now handled and fixed, and that's in good shape. I don't know if you guys want to take a look at this. This is the old shock that came with it. As you can see, it snapped right off. So that's done. I'm going to try to fix this. I have a shit ton of spare parts in my basement for over the years working on these things, and it's starting to compile and accumulate. So I am going to see if I can possibly use some of the spare parts that I have on this bike, like I don't know, some of the guards, some of the bars. I don't know, I might leave those handlebars on there. I don't know, we'll see. But I want to go through my goodie pouch downstairs of all. I mean, I got shelves and shelves of stuff down in the basement that I've just been stockpiling over the years. So I want to go through it and see if I can find a bunch of stuff to make this build as budget as possible, as budget friendly as possible, just so you guys can see it. So I guess I'm going to do some more cleaning on this. I won't record it. I basically want to clean the entire back half of this so that we can get it done and assembled. I will show you guys the assembly on this when it's done. This is actually my second Yamaha YFZ450. I bought another one. That one's out west at the in-laws house, and there's some. I'm going to take the sprockets off of this and ship them out there, and I'm going to install them because this still has the factory sprocket sizes on it, and the one that's out there has a taller set of sprockets on it, and I don't exactly like the way it, the power delivery is a little weird on it. It's all top end and there's very little torque. I really don't like that. So I'm going to switch it back to the stock sprockets, and then I'm just going to take the stock sprockets. I'm going to take the sprockets that are on that bike out there, ship them back here, and put them on this one. I also have some other stuff that that I might swap over, but I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll wait and see on that. I am going to do a full video on that other bike when I get out there, so you guys can see that one. But and that's going to be mid-April or so. So I'll probably be posting that one sometime late April, early May when I get it done. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank everyone for subscribing. I want to thank everybody who's been commenting. I really enjoy the interactions back and forth with people, you know, helping them. I've got some constructive criticism on my end. I enjoy that as well. Nobody's perfect, especially me. I am not perfect. I do make mistakes. I do forget stuff. And I like the criticism because it helps me out too. So again, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys, so you can get notified when I post video 2 on this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.